Welcome to the Getting High with Grandma podcast. I am Scott, and with me, as always, is Grandma.
Yay.
Before we get into it today, as always, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Things are changing. When we got into this, we had no intention of making money, but there does take a lot of time and effort to make it. So any of your donations would help if you want to support our channel and give us, $5, $10 a month. We'd really appreciate it. We'd like to get better equipment so we can bring you better quality. So before or on our last show, Grandma was talking about what she was talking about, but at the beginning, she had to go to a Serbian Christmas, which was fascinating. I'd never even heard of it until I met you.
Oh, well, Serbian's a nationality from Serbia.
Yeah.
Okay. Their calendar is 2 weeks off of ours. So our Christmas is December 25th. Their Christmas is January 7th. But of course, they threw it on a weekend, so everybody could attend and get to work and blah, blah, blah. So we had Serbian Christmas, I believe it was the 5th.
Yeah. So when I came over today, you were kind of fired up. And
Grandma's a little irritated, just about this much.
And knowing Grandma for a while now, certain things really grinds her gears, as Peter Griffin would say. Tell us what's going on, Grandma.
Well, this is really hard to say.
Well, let me say this. I've had people, after the last one, you dropped names.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that.
And they asked me, what is she doing talking about that stuff, using people's names?
Yeah, let me clarify something here. And I thought I had started out with this, but evidently not. I have dropped a few names. And as far as I'm concerned, number one, these people are dead and gone. Number two, I'm not a name dropper. Number three, the names I have dropped would probably be very appreciative and grateful to be included because this is about my life, my stories, and my adventures. So, not everybody's honored enough to be included in those. And I had some relatives that just totally went berserk, assuming...
At Serbian Christmas.
Assuming that I would talk about them. I'm always kind of kept to myself, and again, if you are included in my life, in my stories, you're honored, okay? These relatives who went out have really had nothing, let's put it this way, very little to do with my life.
And family members can be the worst haters sometimes.
And they're not that important, okay? I call that narcissistic, to think or assume and jump to the conclusion that you would be part of my life and my adventures.
I hope someday I'm included in one of your stories. I would be honored. I'd be like, but I doubt us.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody is honored to be in my life and my stories. And if anybody's offended because I've used first and last names, when I use your first and last name, then you could get offended. All right? Until then, butt the fuck out.
And I have to say, I was really worried when I wanted to approach her and ask her if she wanted to do this, that she'd just say no. And when I asked her, I don't know, because it's a lot of information. And I don't, a lot of people don't like to put their stuff out there.
You know
what? But you wrote a book, so.
I wrote a book that never got published, and it needed a lot of work. And I've said this, and I'll repeat myself. I'm not a good writer, so we decided to do this YouTube channel. Anything and everything I have done in my life, good, bad, or indifferent, I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed. In fact, I'm pretty goddamn proud of how well I've done in life. And I've done it on my own, you know? And
I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. I wouldn't trade any of my hardships or anything that would be perceived negative because it made me who I am.
I was going to say, all the negative things that I have done grew me to another stage of life, and I've become another person in each stage of life. And yes, I've done some things that were against the law, and I've done some things that maybe weren't perceived right by other people.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Perception is a big thing in life. You know, what you perceive is not what I perceive. And that goes for everybody else in this world, too. You know, so, yes, I got a little stirred up, and I shouldn't have. Because, again, it's not that important.
And the first thing you said to me when I asked if you'd be interested in doing this, you were like, yeah, everybody's dead. That with the one stuff.
Oh, anybody that I've talked about as far as mentioning names, yes.
Or would be incriminating.
And that's why I wrote a book. I waited many, many years for these people knowing now that their age, they are dead and gone. You know, and I've never said anything bad. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. So if you're going to be offended because I said something good about you,
yeah.
Wow.
Well, the people I talk to, it's awesome, but why did you drop names? I'm like, oh, they're dead. And then it occurred to me we never let people know that. Grandma's the furthest thing from a narc or throwing anybody under the bus. She will beat your ass if you throw somebody under the bus.
Grandma went to jail because I wouldn't talk.
Yeah, that's
All
cool.
Right? So, you know, yeah. And another thing, people should get facts before they get offended, jump, rage, or any other, you know,
and hear the context it's put into. That's very important. Stuff gets taken out of context so much.
Well, I'll be real honest with you. I had no intentions of even mentioning family because they were not involved or part of my life story, my life. But after they're ranting and raving, now I really want to put it out there, but I'm not gonna, okay? You know, it's not people. This is not important. This isn't an indictment. We're not impeaching anybody. This is just not important, okay?
And anything that would be incriminating if the people were alive, the statute of limitations is long gone. You didn't murder anybody. Did you, Grandma?
No.
Did you murder someone?
Well, if I did, I ain't gonna tell, okay? You know, just not gonna tell. Never have told. So, anyway, I hope that clarifies a few things for a few people's minds. Relax. Okay.
And mind your own business. I just say that because
mind your own business. Absolutely. You know?
Right.
So we're gonna get off that subject and let it go because again, it's just not that important to me.
Do you feel better now?
I feel better now. We're here to talk about what was fun and what was important to me.
Yeah. This is about you, Grandma.
Not to anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's not all about me. Scott and I here are just here to share some time with you and some good stories, hoping you enjoy them. But, you know, if you want to be offended and this and that, send it in a freaking email, would you?
Yeah. That's why we think way opposite on a lot of things, but we get along.
Well,
we respect each other's opinion.
Because you're willing to listen. Okay? People need to listen.
Yeah.
How can you have an opinion, assumption, or even a fought if you don't listen, because if you think that everything in your head is gospel, you're insane, okay? You need to see a psychiatrist. Nobody knows everything. Not you, not me, not anybody. And you'd be surprised how you have one thought in your head, and then when you find out that thought's wrong, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, when your whole life you thought something was one way,
right.
and then you find out, whoa.
Well,
It kind of shatters your reality. It makes you open your eyes.
That's a lot that's gone on in our family, okay? You know, people assume, they think they know what's going on, they think they knew what happened, and guess what? You were fed wrong information, or you assumed wrong information, and what a horse's ass you're going to feel like when you find out you were wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, but then some people will never admit it, so it doesn't matter anyway, right? I mean, some people will never admit it.
And I knew going into this that, like, not everybody's gonna like it, and there's always gonna be haters and trolls and who are.
I don't know why.
Because they're not happy. That's one thing why I'm willing to do this or put some of my stuff out there, and I know you are, because you're happy with the person you are. You know you're a good person.
Not only am I happy with the person I am, I feel very good about what I have accomplished in life. Good, bad, or indifferent. I feel good about it. And so, you know, but I still don't know why. I don't understand today anyway, but why anybody would hate unless we're saying something derogatory about
Or lying on them. You know what I mean? Telling lies about them. If it's the truth, it's their opinion. You shouldn't. You know what I mean? That's narking. Or it's not minding your own business, really, the way I say it.
Narking on it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm confused because you know why I'm confused? Sanity will confuse you. And that's all it is insanity.
Yeah.
Okay, we're having a good time. We're doing our YouTube channel. We hope it's entertaining enough to catch your attention. And
You learn something.
that's it.
That's why I like talking to you, because I learn something every time.
I learn something every time, too. Every day is a learning day. You're not done learning until the day you're done breathing, okay? You will always be in learning mode. And my mother used to tell me, you know, when you meet people in life, it's for a reason. And it's either for you to teach them something or for them to teach you something. But it's a learning process with every person you meet in life. Even if it's just the guy you passed on the street and just said hello. There was something to learn there. And whether you get it or not is on you.
Exactly.
That's on you.
That's so funny you said. Recently, probably in the last year, I've realized every time I interact with someone, I want to leave them with something, and I want to take something from them, no matter how little. You know, that's why we should communicate. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do it with intentions when I meet people, but I seem to leave a lasting impression.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
But life's interesting, okay? There's a lot of interesting people out there. So another thing everybody should learn. The world does not revolve around you, okay? There are bigger, badder, and more important people than you. You cannot think everything that happens against you or about you. It's not that there's millions of people in this world.
That's narcissism. When you think everything is about you.
I guess.
I was that way
I
when I was
had
a
to.
teenager.
I had to look up the word yesterday to, really make sure I'm getting a good grasp. But I don't. And you know what it is again? I don't really care. I hate to say it with such a, but I can't care about people who are gonna get riled up about nothing. I can't care about people who are going to make assumptions. I can't care about people who don't care about me. Okay? My whole thing is I'm just trying to survive in this life. I'm trying to survive, have a good time, make sure you don't go out with any regrets or
Smoke a lot of weed.
Your grandma's gonna smoke weed till the day she dies. Okay, it's
That's funny.
It's the lesser of all evils. I will smoke weed till the day I die. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I'm going to bother having a funeral now. But,
What?
I'm not having a funeral. Just have a fucking party. Throw the body. You know what I told the social worker one
Xavier
day?
and I would not let that happen.
My social worker told me, honey, she says, you realize you don't have any will or burial insurance or she says you don't even have a cremation. I told her, you know why? I'm going to tell you why. I have instructed all my family members, and which they probably don't care anymore, but that's okay. I've instructed all my family members when I die, they are to take my body and dump it in a state park or on a state beach and let the state dispose of the body. Okay, it's just a body. I'm not paying $7,000 for them to give my relatives a scoop of ashes and say, here she is.
I don't understand why you have to like embalm someone and why can't you just bury them? They're organic.
Well, because, but then there's always the problem of some people. When my dog died, okay, I had the vet come to the house to put the dog down. He says, you're going to have to pay for disposal. I said, no, I already have a grave dug. I had my brother dig this grave for my dog. And he dug it deep, okay? It was 5, almost 6 feet deep to bury this dog. Well, then you got these other people who are going to lazy out. And
6 inches and just cover
6 inches, 2 feet, and now you have sanitation problems and disease problems, and that's why you have to. But $7,000 when
It's so crazy.
My ex-father-in-law died. They had him cremated, right? And they gave us, the family, some ashes in a little cylinder. Well, it had a piece of tooth in the ashes. He did not have any teeth.
Oh, I heard something like this. They mix them all up. You get
It's mass cremation, and they're just giving you a scoop of ashes. I checked into it about 10 years ago. $7,000, and if my body had to be transported from Bend to Eugene, that's an extra expense, but the cremation itself was $7,000. I'm not paying $7,000.
Check this out though. The funeral organ harvesting, big thing, lots of money. You know what I mean? Selling organs. Organ harvesting, kidneys, hearts, eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that. I'm not saying funeral home people, not all of you, but there's a lot of crooked ones. And if you're getting cremated, who's to say they're not going to gut you, sell your parts on the black market, and then throw somebody else's ashes in it and give it to you?
You know what they can do now? You know that, like, Ancestry.com. Here we go again, saying names.
My mom did that.
Well, they have your DNA. Okay, with your DNA, they can now grow cells.
Yeah.
And with those cells, they can make organs. Okay, so they don't need to rob them out of your body.
If they can clone a animal, they've cloned people.
Oh, sure they have.
They're probably like slack-jawed yokels.
You know, but again, are you and I going to be able to go in there and get a new kidney or heart? No, because why? You have to have money.
Yeah.
We don't have it, and we don't have any.
Yeah. Wow.
So again, if anybody's offended and you want to sue us, let me let you know now that you're wasting your time and your money because you can't get blood from a turnip.
Hey, and we welcome trollers. If you're a troll, leave a comment or email us. We don't care.
Yeah, that's it. We don't care.
That's right. All right. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Again, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Especially subscribe because it'll let you know when we have new episodes come out and everything like that. And share it too because we're just up and coming. So.
And people, please relax. Okay, relax. Life is not all about you. And have a nice day.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye.